Hello everybody, this is Gold League Gamer 1 and Dyne, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI.
And don't forget me! How dare you call me in here to record on a weekend?
Cool down, Kafka.
Well, this is my Saturday evening. I should be out scoring with chicks right now. Instead, I look like some old guy living in his parents' basement. Hey, I resemble that remark. That first battle down, survived a pincher attack. That's just another quick trip back through the cave to South Figaro.
Yep.
You can either go get those chests as necessary if you didn't get them before. If I remember correctly, they contain a Thunder Rod and an X Potion. The Thunder Rod is very useful against the boss. I made a very stupid mistake on my LP, though. I'll explain that in a bit. Let's actually get to the boss. And that should cover all three of the new enemies in here. The Trilobiter Primordite and the Gold Bear from the previous battle. Since in the next scenario we'll learn why, if you're a completionist, you want to encounter every enemy in the game.
Ah, okay.
And even if you don't want it for that reason, the Game Boy Advance version has a bestiary. There's the X Potion. The Thunder Rod is in a separate room. Slowly making our way through the cave.
Yep.
Hey, we fought you guys already.
Yep. Yeah, looks like it.
Now I got a big file size for you for Mischief Makers. We just finished recording that race.
Yep.
Oh, there's that other chest, a tincture.
Yeah, we're just barely keeping up with this because well, we did have a little bump in the road because of the holidays.
We're back on schedule. Easy fight, yep. Primitive attack.
Alright.
Hey, Celeste did as much damage as she has HP. She just technically killed herself. I doubt she'd do as much damage to herself as the enemies, because she's got armor on. But all these enemies pretty much be one-shotted. If you have star pendants, give them to your team on here to prevent the poison. And that numb blade, I think I cast stop on him. Now, Locke is still poisoned even after the battle.
Oh yeah, that's something different compared to Chrono Trigger and Mario RPG.
Yep, on classic Final Fantasy games, you'll take poison damage outside of battle.
Yeah, and like if you fall in battle, you won't be able to get back up unless you get revived.
Mm-hmm. And not going for the last chest. Recovery spring in here, thankfully. Use it as needed. Ouch, gouged by a bear. They hit hard, they go down easily. Yeah, I wonder if Celeste has any MP left after that one.
Yep.
Free healing. In many a game, if you have a free healing spot or a save point, you know a boss is coming up. Something's coming out of the wall! That reminds me of a line from a different movie. I'm stuck to the wall!
The tunnel armor is what it is.
This is the tutorial for Celeste's runic ability. So if you use that, and if anyone casts a magic spell, which we'll likely see in just a moment, she'll intercept it and absorb the magic and gain it back as MP, but if even an ally casts a spell, she'll absorb it. So you have to have good timing on it, and I made a big mistake on my Let's Play because I got the Thunder Rod, and I used it, but Celeste absorbed the spell.
Right?
I chalk that up to epic fail.
Oh, so is this battle more difficult than that ROM hack you're doing on your channel?
Yep, mostly because the guy has more HP.
Ah, okay. So the enemies have harder attacks to dodge, and they have more HP.
Pretty much. Some of them are downright evil. I'm getting to the part of the game where it just gets unfairly hard.
Well, does the ROM hack have enemies with 6-figure HP?
I think the bonus boss does. And Luck gets to spend in the end of the battle planted on his face.
Well, we'll get him back up.
Because he gets free healing. This is actually the end of the scenario. You don't have to walk the rest of the way to Narsh.
Yeah.
All that's left is Sabin. What dire fate has befallen Finn, who fell from the raft after the fight with Ultros? Looks like they jumped in the water after the octopus. I'm a land-dwelling creature. Let's attack an aquatic creature in its home turf. Now here you can get a guest party member, stock up on items, and in here is actually free healing if you just walk onto the bed. And you can examine other things in the house to get the old man's reaction. Talk to him several times as well. A little bit of foreshadowing for later. You have no backyard, old man.
Oh, no backyard.
Child, ain't no child around here. Boulder Dash. I'm ready for you to leave. Go on, get. I'm tossing you out onto the veldt.
Onto the veldt, huh? Well, we'll see that place sooner or later. If you talk to that soldier, you can buy items from him. If you talk to Shadow there, he'll temporarily join your party. Comes in handy for the next area, since you actually do not have a healer. Now, this path is actually the way to the town at the end of the scenario, but the bridge is out. So you can't take the shortcut, you have to go the long way. This is a one-on-one fight for everybody. Well, not everybody, for Finn against everybody.
The Robite.
Really have no idea what the original one was originally was supposed to be on that one.
Well, wasn't that? So Robite was a translated term?
Yep. A lot of them usually are.
I thought Robite was a play on the term robot.
No, it's probably closer to. Of course, it's probably meant to be closer to rabbit, since you have little rabbits on big heads of cabbage. Yeah, this next one is probably the hardest scenario. It's definitely the longest, and of course you have no magic users. And we've got some enemies back from the South Figaro area.
Yep, the Rhodoxan Grease Monk. Yeah, we were talking about this in the last part, or how because of the font size that they can't use the term Grease Monkey. Instead, they're called Grease Monks.
Mm-hmm. Of course, if you'd just done GRS Monkey, that probably would have worked, but I'm not Ted Woolsey.
Yeah.
So you're getting up to the point where you can't cross because there's no bridge.
Yep. Yeah, I was trying to figure out where to go. That was the problem.
If you go back to the cabin and talk to Shadow, you'll get more information on there, but he's optional.
Oh, so Shadow is not required
Right.
in the game. Okay.
He's effectively an optional party member. Well,
Yeah.
for the first...
Besides, I find Shadow quite useless.
Oh, he's one of the strongest characters in the first half of the game.
Yeah, which is why I tried not to use him for the first time I got to the final fight.
Whew, excuse me. It's late. I'm yawning.
Yeah.
And back to the cabin. Battle. Will he survive? I gotta weather at least 2 more enemy attacks, maybe only just 1. Oh, he's toast. Unless he blocks somehow. But he can't equip shields, so down he goes. And dead.
Yep. Yeah, that's a game over.
Back to this, and since you haven't saved since starting this scenario, that's what? I went back to the save point there. That actually would have been really bad had you not saved there, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because if you get a game over, you go back to the last point you saved at. And that actually happened to a friend of mine when I was growing up. He did not save... Well, he got a game over and did not save before the point of no return halfway through the game. So he had to go through that whole thing again.
That must suck, losing a lot.
I think he lost like 3 hours worth of progress, but he retained his experience at least.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, if you're a first-time RPG player, don't take chances.
Mm-hmm. Save often. Save in multiple files as well. Stray cat, very handy to run into this enemy.
Although there is this one YouTube user I'm subscribed to, PsychoMog, who does video game walkthroughs, and for the RPGs this user's done, I'm surprised that the user doesn't save often, like only at like the end of one part.
Now, it's tricky because if you have a failed recording and don't have a backup, you kind of have to replay back to that whole point in the game.
Like the user did a Final Fantasy VI walkthrough in 4 parts. Like each one was about 4 hours long.
And dead. Yeah, this game is one of the easier ones in Final Fantasy, but it's not short by any means.
Right. So in a way, this game could take like 16 hours to beat.
A little longer than that, actually. Though I've never done a speedrun of this.
Yeah, well, a speedrun on Speed Demos Archive could be sub 5 hours.
Have to check that out then. More robots.
Which ironically is less time than a speedrun of Paper Mario The 1,000-Year Door.
Oh yeah, 1,000-Year Door is full of long sequences. Just chapter 1 alone would take 4 hours, in my opinion.
Wow, I can't imagine how much I'm going to be going through if I ever LP that game.
Several. Wouldn't really have an estimate on how many parts it'd be.
Well, do you think it'd be longer than my Fortune Street LP?
Oh yeah. 1,000-Year Door is longer than I'd say the other 2 Paper Mario games combined, almost.
Yeah, well, both Paper Mario and Super Paper Mario took me both 41 parts.
Yeah, 1,000-Year Door definitely be around the 80 mark. As for Paper Mario Sticker Star, some people pretend that doesn't exist.
So people don't think it's a good game.
Well, it was okay. Oh, excuse me. They changed it up and took some chances with something new, and unfortunately it didn't work because basically you have no reason to fight at all.
And now we're at the Imperial camp.
If Kefka catches us, they're toast. Oh, we all know what that means.
Means we're done for.
No, not quite. It means I'm back, and I'm better than ever! And I dropped my pen. Oh, crap. Hey, you keeping a sharp lookout?
Yes, sir. You're Kefka, correct? How are you, sir?
Please, save your petty small talk, just do your job, and get the sand off my boots.
Phew, someone's got to put that guy away. But I'd like to tell him in his face he's no General Leo. Shh, do I always have to tell you to keep it down? You're hopeless. I hate that weirdo Kefka. I don't think he's even human, not like General Leo.
I know you said that because I can read the text.
Well, of course I was. We're about to storm Doma Castle. You will join the assault team.
And switch the POV. Alright guys, there's 80,000 of them and 7 of us.
Attack!
No, not quite, there's 13 of them.
I was about to say. It's hopeless. We can't keep them out.
Even though they aren't really getting anywhere. Ah, time for the guy who I gave the voice of Sean Connery to in my LP. He's that cool. Faithful retainer to his family's liege with the courage and strength of 100 men. The name is actually pronounced Cayenne, by the way.
I was pronouncing it Cyan.
Yeah, I did that for years. If we can fail their commander, they'll surely give up. Yeah, it still works. What do you do against a superior force? Take out their leader. Some invasion forces, I can't even get halfway up the wall. Now, you can fight against any of the soldiers here, but just attack the commander for the quickest victory. And there are 2 easy ways of doing this. Of course, he has the sword technique ability, and you can use either number 1 or number 2 to take him out.
Right. So, what do you think of the name I came up with for Cayenne?
What's it come from?
Oh, it's named after Beck Oliver from Victorious.
Okay, I have not seen that. Yeah, this guy will counter you, so it's often best to use your sword text if you know how they work. He's one of the slowest characters in the game, but can really hit hard. That black belt is a super, super useful relic. If you equip it, if that person gets attacked, they'll counterattack. Super useful to give to strong, slow characters like Cayenne or even Sabin. Commander's down. Take refuge back in the castle. And back in control. You can exit and save as necessary, because there's coming up to a point that you're going to be stuck for a while on. And he does not have magic. So best to heal him with tonics right now.
I ended up using a sleeping bag. Wait, why is it showing Mog? Like, Mog's not with us right now.
Because you saved in the scenario selection screen.
Oh.
Yeah, you can examine the camp and fight some soldiers as well, but those are optional stuff.
General Leo, the citizens of Doma seem to be playing a waiting game.
So that's their strategy.
General, we're ready to take the castle. Just give the order.
Patience. If we attack now, we'll have to sacrifice too many lives.
But General, I'm ready to lay my life down at any time for the Empire.
You're from Miranda, right?
Yes, sir. Why?
And your family lives there. Fall in battle, I'll have to deliver the bad news. What shall I say to them?
You have a life to go back to someday.
Oh, that's still Leo's, actually. You have a life to go back to someday. Don't throw it all away for nothing. Everyone guess I wouldn't want that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, did it all in one breath.
General Leo, I'll carry your pigeon from Emperor Gestal.
What? The Emperor summons me. I must return immediately.
I understand, sir.
Right, I'll leave Doma in your hands.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just don't jump the gun, please.
Yes, sir. Leave it to us, sir.
Right. And he just kind of disappears in there. You never see him come out.
Yeah, so that's General Leo. He could be my friend if he weren't my enemy.
Don't think I didn't see you back there! And now that Leo's gone, I'll turn this water into a flowing river of poison!
Of course Kefka would do that.
Oh, he did come out. The Emperor's ordered me to return home. I don't want any trouble here.
You loser! I'll take care of this situation in no time!
Don't be pompous. And don't forget that they are people just like you and me.
We need not spare those lands that gave rise to the returners! And why am I mimicking your accent? You're just going to be a good little boy! Is the poison ready?
But General Leo said,
He's no longer here! I'm in charge now! Me! Pour it!
none of our people are prisoners inside the castle. If we poison the river...
Do it! Take them all out!
I'm getting so in the moment.
Silence! Your history, Bob! I'm behaving like Wolverine now! Who wrote this script? Ouch! You scratched me!
Kefka, wait.
Wait, he says! Do I look like a waiter? Oh, one of the biggest memes in this whole game! One of my favorite lines, personally!
You look like a waiter.
Now, you don't have to chase him down right now. You can explore the camp a little bit more.
When he said, do
What a toad!
I look like a waiter? I was like, what? We're not in a restaurant.
There is fan art of him like that, though.
Ouch! Deja vu! Wait, he says! Do I look like a waiter? See, that light is so good we had to use it twice! Huh? How long do you expect me to put up with you? Next time you're a goner!
Well, I guess we shouldn't expect that Kefka will be going into restaurant work anytime soon.
Oh, gripe! Hey, if you know what's good for you! I'm not even gonna finish my sentence. Bye!
Yeah, so you agree with me, Dyne, that Kefka probably won't be applying for a restaurant job anytime soon.
Well, let me take a look at my resume. Let's see. Insane Magitech Knight. Poisoned an entire castle. Oh, wait, that hasn't happened yet. Destroyed the entire... Oh, that's a spoiler. I better not say that just yet. I'll get back to my resume. We'll do that later.
Okay.
Now, just kind of scratch out that Imperial Court Jester thing before that happened. I don't like to remember that.
Okay.
Let's see. Name the biggest influence on your life. Well, the Joker was always a fun one.
Oh, my eyes are watering. I'm having too much fun with this. Yeah, you'll actually see this combination of enemies more than once, is the best way to put it. I'm trying not to brush my mic here.
Alright. Alright, and the Templar's down.
And I don't remember if he'll get healed up.
Nothing can beat the music of hundreds of voices screaming in unison. I still have yet to beat the Death Star though, because they went up to millions, all crying out at once, then suddenly silenced. And don't think Luke Skywalker was entirely innocent either. There were a million people on the Death Star, and he blew that one
The
up.
Empire base is bustling with activity. Something must be up.
Oh, the water looks odd.
Now, how many people actually drink from it? That's the thing. But they just drop dead. Oh, forgot to do the Wilhelm scream for the guy who fell off the edge.
Sir Beck.
This is Poison, a Final Fight character, if I remember correctly. No one can decide if he's a man or a girl.
Temple.
Guard on liege.
And you're in control. And he speeds away!
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised he doesn't auto dash right here.
Yeah, well. To the king, on the double.
Right, the king's room is near. Your Highness, fear not.
Who's there?
Back, Excellency.
Indeed. My sight is going fast. Can't see a thing.
Excellency, hang on.
Beck, you have defended the realm since my father's days. Hack, cough, thank you. It's over. Our kingdom is through.
Not yet, Highness.
I fear for your family. Chest is on fire.
Save your strength, don't talk.
Go run to your family. Hack, gasp.
Highness!
Sir Beck.
There have to be some survivors in the castle.
Let's split up.
And you're back in control. You don't have to search the whole castle, but rather just go to the door on the right. This is one of the hardest scenes to get through in the game. Always sets up something even harder later. Elaine! Elaine, wake up! This can't be happening. Owen, not you too. Son, you can't both leave me. That was a horrible delivery. Dear me. Impossible. Idiotic. We can't forgive this. The Empire must pay. I am back, retainer to King Doma.
The enemy. Get ready, everyone.
And just stumble onto the battlefield here. I don't know if Finn is fully healed or not after this, but you're only in control of him for the next couple of battles. I just talked to Kyan.
May I give you a hand?
Thank you, whomever you are. Yep. Finn does not get healed.
Well, he's gonna get healed right now.
I think you accidentally targeted Kyan, yep.
Okay, I did not see that. For some reason.
Fortunately, it does not count as a game over. That was one thing I was curious about. Is first level sword tick, which will target a random enemy, doing about twice as much damage as a normal attack. Very handy. Oh, this is too much. Pie. I've eaten too much pie today. Well, there's a bug. Technically, you should have a game over right now. I never knew that could happen. Those elixirs are not to be wasted.
Yeah, I know. Didn't mean to step in there.
What a mess. Be careful, sir. Not easy fight. One-shot them all. They're just grunts after all. Yeah, you have no control over Kyan in any of these battles. I'm actually surprised he's not in Berserk status. Who releases poison? I'm right here! You can't catch me! The thought had occurred to me as well. And these are a lot like the same enemies earlier, just under different names. Yeah, and Kyan also automatically counterattacks too. One more set of attacks, he'll be down. We still on the call?
Yeah, we are.
Okay. Hadn't said anything for a
Yeah, I'm
bit.
sorry. I just couldn't think of anything to say at that point.
And he's finally come down.
Thank you. Allow me to thank you. I am Finn from Figaro. Now let's scram.
But what of my home, my family, my friends?
Look, if we stick around any longer, we'll have a regiment of troops down our throats. Get them, over there.
Oh boy. Oh, no, never mind.
So Finn, what on earth are these?
I'll explain later. Relax, just climb in. And it's the robot suits from the first part of the game.
So Finn, how might these abominations be manipulated?
I'm getting sick of this. Thou art such a pain in the... Confound it all, I'm starting to talk like you. Just use those levers located by your hand.
So Finn, it is I who is in your debt. Ah, we can't stop now.
This is the second time you get to use the Magitech armor in the game. You just use it to leave the camp. Now, fortunately, you can no longer get any of the treasure in here because the armor just does not fit inside the tents. But if you need healing, this is the time to do so because they have the heal force as well. These guys are weak against bolts. Since Magitech armor is super easy to use all the time, Fire Beam also works. Yep, one shot.
Alright, well that's that.
I think there are 3 battles getting out of here. So if your HP goes below 100, best to heal up. And the third time you use the Magitech armor doesn't happen until way later, and it's actually optional.
Alright.
Two down, 1 battle to go. If I remember correctly, it's against 2 Magitech armors.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, it fits through this narrow opening rather than... Oh well. Physics!
It's robot suits versus robot suits.
I suddenly have the Mortal Kombat theme going through my head. Dun 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 dun. Mortal Kombat! Oh, it's over already. And just walk by here. Okay, it doesn't fit between those 2 narrow posts.
No, Shay. Only one route through the forest to the south.
Alright, it's decided. Let's get going.
Yeah, so Kyan has joined the party. And we're at the end.
Yep, until next time, this is Gold League Gamer 1 and Dyne.
And don't forget about me! You keep forgetting to announce me!
Alright, later.